meeting of the Regional Flood Control District. Mr. Trelease.
Okay. Item number 1 are comments by the general public.
This is the first time set aside for public comment, and in wishing to provide public comment with regards to any matters before the Regional Flood Control District on today's agenda, please step forward to the microphone, state your name, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Seeing none, we'll go ahead and close the first public comment period, and I'll turn it back over to Mr. Trelease.
Okay. Item number 2 is action to approve the agenda with deletion of any items. The agenda is in order for approval.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Move to approve.
There's a motion on the floor to approve the agenda. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries.
Item number 3 is action to approve the minutes of the November 13th, 2025 meeting.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes. There's a motion on the floor to approve the minutes. Please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
Item number 4 is to discuss the general manager's monthly report. I have a project completion I'd like to report on. It's in Clark County in Laughlin. This project is the SR 163 at Casino Drive, Phase 2 Sediment Basin project. The district general manager is Abigail Morena. She did a great job on this project. This actually started out as a channel project that collected runoff from the desert and discharged it directly into the Colorado River. But there was a lot of problem with sediment, dirt, and rocks coming off of the desert into the facility, made it really difficult to clean up. So the county added a sediment basin just upstream of our facility. This project was a little over $1.7 million. The design engineer was GCW Incorporated. Construction manager was Clark County Public Works, and the contractor was CG&B Enterprises Incorporated. The project just started in August 2025, and about 3 months later, completed it in November. Looks beautiful. It's a great project. It'll make maintenance a lot easier of this facility and save us a lot of money in the long run. I'd also like to report that a project I reported is completed last month, the Jimagoi Detention Basin Collection and Outfall Project. Was, if you recall, this project in spring of 2024, we had a groundbreaking to and name the basin the Jimagoi Detention Basin after Jimagoi, who was a founding father of the Regional Flood Control District. He's a Nevada State Assemblyman who was instrumental in creating the possibility of flood control districts in Nevada, and ultimately led to the creation of the Regional Flood Control District here in Clark County. So we named the basin after him in 2024. In 2025, we held our Flood Safety News Conference at this location in late June. And then the county took it upon themselves to have a unveiling of the sign out of the detention basin, and they invited the district out for this project and this celebration. We spoke to the media out there. It was a great event, beautiful day. I'd like to thank Commissioner Siegerblum. The Public Works Director, Dennis Cederberg, also was out there, Beatrice Martinez, and Clark County Public Information Officer Christine Cruz for putting on a great event, and got a lot of good attention from the media, and I'm really proud of that project. And Mr. Jimagoi couldn't make it himself for health reasons, but his son and his grandsons were there to help us unveil the sign. So as part of my position here at the district, I often get asked, what's the weather going to be like next year or next spring? And I usually don't know, but the National Weather Service has a branch called the Climate Prediction Center, which does long-term forecasts. Our senior hydrologist, Craig McDougall, sent this out to our staff here at the district, and I thought it'd be interesting to share to the board. What does it show for next year? Well, the first 3 months of 2026 looked to be leaning towards being dry, and then the rest of the year has equal chances of being wetter than normal, equal to normal, or drier than normal. So it's not telling us a lot of information.
You sound like a weatherman.
Yeah, exactly. Keep in mind that as you go further and further out.
If you wear a bow tie, we're going to call you Nate Tannenbaum.
Yeah. and his son was out at the media event as well, so, Guy. So that doesn't tell you a lot of information, but keep in mind, so for this year, through the first, 10 days of December, we're actually a very wet year, if you can believe it. But it happened in a very weird way. So even though it could be very dry next year, because normal is very dry, for this year, we're actually above normal rainfall for the year, but we got it in our driest months. So that's a good reminder that at any month of the year, it could rain and have significant flooding. In May, we had record rainfall. In November, we had record rainfall. In the monsoon season, we had 0.02 inches of rainfall in the whole entire monsoon season. So there was nothing in monsoon season, but the rest of the year, we got rain. So keep in mind that we certainly can get rain any time of the year, and we only get 4.18 inches of rainfall on an average year. But that is at the airport, actually, so that's the official. In 2023, it didn't rain much at the airport, but as we know, because of Tropical Storm Hillary, a lot of moisture came into the area. It rained a lot on the west side, a lot on the east side, just not so much officially at the airport. Another interesting, this is probably even more substantial as far as what the results were, the temperature outlook for 2026. In the first 3 months, it's leaning towards being hotter than normal. But in the whole rest of the year, it's likely that it's going to be hotter than normal for the entire rest of the year. So that is something that we can say that if someone asks, what's the temperature, what's the weather gonna be like next year, hot and dry is probably a good guess. With that, I'll happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Mr. Tannenbaum? No. You can turn it back over to you, Mr. Trelease.
Thank you. Part 2 of the agenda is the consent agenda. Items 5 through 15 are considered by the Regional Flood Control District to be routine and may be acted upon in one motion if the board so desires.
I'll entertain a motion. All right, there's a motion on the floor from Vice Chair Barone. All is in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
Item number 16 is action to accept the financial statements, accompanying information, and report of independent auditors for the Regional Flood Control District as prepared by Crowe LLP for the fiscal year that ended June 30th, 2025. An annual financial audit for the fiscal year that ended in June 30th, 2025 was performed by independent auditors Crowe LLP for the Regional Flood Control District. A copy of the auditor's required communication to the Board of Directors, along with the component unit financial statements and accompanying information, are included in the backup. It was the opinion of the independent auditor that the district's financial statements present fairly in all material respects the respective financial position of the government activities as of June 30th, 2025, and in accordance with accounting principles generally accepted in the United States of America. I would like to thank the district's financial team, and specifically Ms. Jessica Honor, Administrative Services Financial and Budget Director, for all the great work throughout the year and during the audit process in achieving this favorable opinion. District management is happy to answer any questions. In addition, Mr. Jeff Jensen, a representative from Crowe LLP, is here today if you'd like to have any questions for the auditor.
Congratulations. Well done. Any comments or questions? None? Then I will entertain a motion to accept the financial statements.
Move to accept.
There is a motion on the floor. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 17 is action to approve and authorize the chair to sign the consultant agreement to develop and implement standard operating procedures for assessing the condition of regional flood control district facilities. Per direction of the district board, staff has negotiated a professional services agreement with Consor North America, LLC, to begin implementing a flood control facility condition assessment program identifying immediate and long-term problems within the flood control system to ensure these public assets are operated and maintained in a manner consistent with district policies. The condition assessment program will inform the establishment of an asset management program to determine and schedule future upgrades, repairs, or replacements of flood control facilities included in the district's flood control master plan. The contract before you today will begin phase 1 of the program to develop a standard operating procedure for assessing and rating the condition of flood control facilities and includes a pilot study in the Clark County area to test and refine these procedures. Staff would recommend that you approve this contract. We're very excited to get this program going. It's been a lot of years in the making, and we're happy to finally get it kicked off.
Very good. Any comments or questions? All right, I'll entertain a motion. Motion on the floor. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries.
Item number 18 is action to approve a master plan amendment for the Duck Creek Gillespie System, Clark County. This is a public hearing. We have a presentation prepared for this item from Kimley Horn is here to present this master plan amendment.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Michael Schwab with Kimley Horn, here to present the master plan amendment for the Duck Creek Gillespie Systems. The MPA is prepared to route MPU facilities around a proposed single-family residential project located in Clark County. The project site is located north of Chartan Avenue, east of Gillespie Street, south of Erie Avenue, and La Cienega goes through the site. This slide shows the current Duck Creek Gillespie Systems Master Plan. Please note that north is on your right and will also be shown on the right in subsequent slides. The overall drainage patterns in this area drain from south to north or left to right as you're looking at the slide. Currently, there's an existing 6x5 RCB in Gillespie Street at Star Avenue that discharges runoff as surface flow north, along with other numerous local storm drain facilities that discharge into existing natural washes. The 2023 MPU shows proposed facilities in Gillespie Street and La Cienega Street, which discharge north into a proposed facility along the La Cienega Street alignment through the proposed residential project. An existing concrete lined trapezoidal channel north of Irvin Avenue intercepts the 2023 MPU proposed facilities from La Cienega Street. The proposed residential project intends to vacate the La Cienega Street right-of-way. Throughout facilities around the proposed residential development, hydrologic analysis has been performed to determine the 100-year storm event flow for the facilities presented in this master plan amendment. The facility that was rerouted that runs north in Gillespie Street to Erie Avenue, then east in Erie Avenue to tie into a facility in the La Cienega alignment north of Erie Avenue. 391 CFS was determined for this rerouted facility in Gillespie Street, south of Erie Avenue. A lateral was added in Erie Avenue from Haven Street to Gillespie Street. 302 CFS was determined for this added facility in Erie Avenue west of Gillespie Street. 672 CFS was determined for the new facilities in Erie Avenue east of Gillespie Street. Another rerouted facility runs east in Chartan Avenue, north in an existing wash, west in Erie Avenue, where it ties into a facility in the La Cienega alignment north of Erie Avenue. 989 CFS was determined for this rerouted facility. Runs in La Cienega Street, Chartan Avenue, the existing natural wash, and Erie Avenue west of Placid Street. 1,565 CFS was determined for the combined facility north of Erie Avenue. As shown in the far right column of this project cost table, the cost of the Duck Creek Gillespie systems using the 2023 MPU cost tool is approximately $19.1 million, which is the net cost increase of approximately $7.9 million proposed with this amendment. The amended hydrology and facilities presented to you today updates the hydrology in the previous 2023 MPU to better reflect local drainage patterns discovered as part of the Erie and Gillespie single-family residential design. The realigned MPA facilities are shown in right-of-way to the maximum extent possible. This master plan will not become effective until it is adopted by Clark County. Any questions?
Comments or questions? Yep, Mayor.
We lived in Phoenix, Arizona for 3 years, and we experienced 3 100-year floods. So looking at the projection of things, how many 100-year floods have we had in this area in the last 20 years?
In this area, I'm not familiar with a 100-year flood in this area. I know it does have some rain and some local flooding issues from what I've heard in the area.
So these are all based on 100-year flood projections?
Yeah, all these master plan facilities are based on the 100-year.
And we haven't
100-year
had
design
one
storm.
for,
As far
in
as
this-
we know, we haven't had any major storms in this particular area. There is like local flooding and there's a lot of natural washes that come through here. For our master plan amendments, for our entire master plan, we assume full development, which means that, as you can see from the slides, it's kind of a checkerboard developed area, a lot of still undeveloped areas. But we assume that's all fully developed, which means a higher runoff in the future. So we design all of our facilities to handle that larger flow. So if we do get that 100-year event, you should be able to handle it, no problem.
so we're well positioned. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I just ask, is the single-family developer paying a portion of the costs for construction to route it around their development?
Yeah, the developer will be paying for all the facilities in Gillespie and Erie, which is approximately $5.8 million.
Okay. And there was no configuration of the development that would allow them to maintain the existing alignment?
Oh, well, yeah, in order with their site plan, there was no configuration where they could keep that right of way of La Cienega completely through. And so that's why everything was rerouted.
Okay. All right. With that, I'll entertain a motion.
Well, first we have to open it.
Yeah,
up.
this
sorry.
is a
Yeah.
public hearing, so if you could ask for comments.
This is a public hearing. Anyone wishing to provide public comment with regards to this agenda item, please step forward to the microphone, state your name, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Hearing none, I'll go ahead and close the public comment period, and now I will entertain a
Well,
motion.
I will help you out a little bit here. I'll read our staff recommendation into the record. To approve and recommend that the board find the master plan amendment set forth the most effective and structural and regulatory means for correcting existing problems of flooding in the area and dealing with the probable effects of future development per NRS 543.5903 and NRS 543.597. The master plan amendment will not become effective until it is adopted by Clark County.
Now I'll entertain a motion.
What chief engineer and director could have said.
All right, there's a motion on the floor. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 19 are comments by the general public.
This is the second time set aside for public comment. Anyone wishing to provide a public comment with regards to any matters before the Regional Flood Control District, please step forward to the microphone, state your name, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Seeing none, we will close the second public comment period, and we are adjourned, and we'll get started with RTC in about 5 minutes.
Happy holidays.